First thing on our agenda is discussion and action of the minutes of May 17th. Does anybody have any changes or corrections to the minutes? If there is...
I'll move to approve.
Okay. I'll second. Okay. So moved and seconded.
Scott.
Aye.
Sadie. Yes. Terry. Aye. And Lily.
Yes. Okay. Next item is discussion on the May financial report. You guys looked through that.
And we just, Belinda just signed the reimbursement for Nessatunga, which was $11,850.
So not quite as much as we approved. Yeah. So I did have a question on the financial report.
Okay.
So at the last meeting, we talked about making one of the CDs $150,000. Has that been done yet, or can it be done?
Now I've got to do a budget amendment to do that,
Okay.
and our CPAs told us not to do any budget amendments at this last city council meeting, just to wait and roll over to July.
Oh, because that's your first year fiscal year?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. I just was wondering.
But we did get the name changes.
I saw
Yes, I saw the name change. I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, but it doesn't have the right number.
No, they told us not to do anything because it requires a budget amendment, and they're swamped with all the cities they work with, and they shouldn't have time to do a budget amendment
Got
in June for us.
No problem. Just wondering.
Now we're tracking.
So we just wanted to put that in there with it earmarked for the arena, Terry.
Yeah, I read that.
So, okay, thank you. So, okay. All right. Any,
Now I want to be clear on that. We just labeled this as arena.
right,
It is not officially earmarked for the arena.
but it's just called that, so
It's
it'll
just
remind
called
us.
that as a reminder.
Yes,
If need be, that money can be spent on anything else that needed to be spent on.
okay,
But that's just your own reminder for your committee to say, okay, we want to set this aside for that, but
okay,
I understand it's not a restricted fund.
okay. Yes, thank you, Steve. Okay, so, is there a motion on the financial report, or anybody have any other questions?
I'll make a motion to accept the May financial report.
Second.
Sadie.
Yes.
Terry.
Aye.
Scott.
Yes.
And Lily.
Yes. Okay, so it looks like the next item on the agenda is the Nescatunga Golf Tournament, so you guys are up.
Good evening, I'm Larry Harmon. I'm a board member with Alva Golf and Country Club, and with me is Dusty Horn. He is the president of the course, so if you have any questions, ask that guy. Anyway, I'm here to request assistance from the Tourism Committee in the amount of $6,000 to assist us with funding the Nescatunga Golf Tournament. That takes place July 7th through the 9th, so it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday is a practice round in which most teams, there will be a few local teams that don't participate in that, but most of the out-of-town players will come in on Friday so they can get a feel of the course. And then course play is Saturday, that's the qualifying round, and then Sunday being the final. Anyway, so if you would have looked at it, maybe our financials back in January, we probably wouldn't have needed to come to you to ask for assistance with this, but summer came around and we fired up our lawn equipment. We've had extensive repair costs this summer, and so we are short of funds, so we are asking for assistance from you for $6,000. I think this is the fourth year maybe that we have requested funding from you. The Nescatunga Golf Tournament, for those of you that are not golfers, it is a four-person scramble, can consist of both male or female players. There are 4 flights, so any ability of golfer has a chance to play and participate in this. We require at least 1 member to be the captain of the team. There can be more than 1, but at least 1. So 3 possible out of town. Last year, I had 1 member on my team and 2 out of town guests. I did take a personal poll last year, not anything real systematic or anything. I just kind of polled the captains of the teams as to whether anyone or how often people utilize the motels. That's where we're drawing the funds from, and a large number had people staying in the motels last year. So the benefit of Alva is the motels, the convenience stores, grocery store, just any other type of store. We are capable of handling 44 teams. 44, let's see, real quick. 44 times 4 should be 176 in my mind. So that's the number of players that we have. I believe last year we only had 42 teams. So, but 44 teams is the maximum we can handle efficiently. That way we'll have a morning flight and an afternoon flight to handle that. Anyway, so that's, I don't know how many of those people bring wives. I don't look at that, but we do have a large number of husband, wives, girlfriends, whatever, that come to the dinner that evening. And so I would say a large number bring a spouse, a date, other significant whatever with them. So while the men are golfing that day, they have access to utilize the stores in town and so forth. So I do believe that Alva, it is a good financial weekend for the stores in town. So anyway, we would like to request $6,000. That would help us with the banquet, which is the meals. Those cost us a flat $15 per plate. And then, what's the other? The labor. That's a large fee because we do have so many participants in this that we do have to have a significant amount of overtime or other additional people working to help be able to take care of them properly. So anyway, that is our request, $6,000 for the Nescatunga Golf Tournament, which is the 7th through the 9th of July. Who has questions?
Who caters the banquet? Or who cooks the
I
banquet?
don't know yet, do you?
Pete Nesrella, Bull.
The Bull. He did it last year, so I'm glad he's doing it again this year.
Other questions? 61 years, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I've got family that's probably played in that for,
Huh?
I think our family's probably played in that for at least 40 of those years at least. So,
Well, it died out when you don't go.
no, but Jesse, Dad,
I know, but
they've
they
played many a year.
Jesse's doing it. Please.
So,
Well, anyway, I think it's a good event for the town of Alva. Like I say, it draws a lot of people in. This year, I've already got my team set. I will have the same 1 local member, and I will have 2 out-of-town guests coming in, which they will stay in a motel. So they don't like staying with me. They are relatives, but they don't want to stay with me.
Okay.
So any other questions? I'll be happy to try to answer them. If I don't, Dusty knows the answer, so please ask if you
No
have
pressure.
questions.
Okay.
I move that we approve $6,000 for the Nescatunga Golf Tournament.
I'll second.
Let's go.
Terry?
Aye.
Scott?
Yes.
Sadie?
Yes.
And Melinda?
Yes. And I just want to tell you guys, thank you for all the work that you do on this. I mean, to have an event that lasts 61 years is spectacular. So,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
And I appreciate you having your tournament at our place,
Oh,
too.
We had great success this
Yeah,
year.
that's
We had more
very
students
good.
than ever for the
Well,
Northwest Tech
My
tournament.
team
so-
won it this year, so
Yes, you did, so, yeah,
I
it
was
was
happy
good.
you played in it.
So-
Well, thank you, guys, I appreciate it very much.
Good luck.
This will help us very much, I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thanks.
guys.
Have a good night.
Okay, so we're down to item 5. Discussion and action on the Alva Chamber of Commerce presentation of an MOU for FY24. So, ladies, Megan and Tricia are here to talk with us.
Moral support, really?
Oh, Tricia is here to
Go
talk.
team!
So, you're gonna make her stand up there by
Do you
herself?
want me to
Yes.
say? What do you say?
You're my buddy. So, Jody sent this out a few days ago, last week. Have you all had a chance to read over it? Any questions? I know I might point out the page that has the fiscal year 2024, this page, the budget. I left that open because I thought we needed to discuss those options of the red carpet country. That invoice is on your desk. I left those out if you wanted to look down through there. So as far as like signing this tonight, I don't see that that's possible because that's undetermined. We just need to open that up for discussion. Is that something you want to continue? Do you want to do a half page, quarter page? I have examples of what those would look like. Right now, currently, last year when we did the full page, it was this here. And then Red Carpet Country does this on their own. So we don't pay for this.
Right.
Okay.
But if we went to a quarter page, it's an example of Helena, I guess. Yeah, that's Helena. That's like a quarter page, and then she also did a write-up on Helena. Okay, because that's a red carpet ad that she did for someone else. Then a half page. Yeah, half page is that size, of course. We all know that. But she does, I believe, and I say she, the lady that publishes this, Carla. There's a write-up for each town automatically, I believe. I noticed in here Cherokee has got a write-up but no ad. So, and the prices on here, midway down, full page, half page, quarter page, it went up from last year.
How much?
This is last year's.
How much was last year?
2,400 for a full page, it went up.
It went up to 2,400.
We get discounts, and I wrote those out. You get a 5% loyalty discount and a 5% early bird discount. So that $23.85 full page price is with the discount. We didn't get a discount last year.
I think we got the returning advertiser though. I know we got
A
that
5%.
one. Yeah.
We didn't get the early bird.
Oh, yeah.
But if we can get the early bird and the returning, we have a potential to save 10%.
Yes, definitely. So on the invoice, if you look at that page,
So 10% off of the 23.85.
no, if you go to this invoice here that you had on
Okay,
your
got
desk
it.
when you got here, the amount of $26.50 full page ad,
Oh, okay.
that 10% is taken off, and that's what's on this page of the budget. At the very bottom in italics, it tells the amount of the total at the very bottom versus whatever page size you would like. Oklahoma Today also went up in their pricing, but we still are getting a discount similar to what we got last year.
How much did they, excuse me, how much did they go up today?
Ooh,
On the ink their ad last year.
I was gonna say, I did not even think of that. Just gotta pull it up.
travel guide, 2023 travel guide cost $4,300.
So they really did go up
Yeah.
a lot.
The outdoor guide, it's moved around a little bit. Let me finish reading these off. 2023 outdoor guide was $2,300. 2024 outdoor guide is $1,200. Oklahoma Today magazine went up by about what the guide went down to. Oklahoma Today was $15.60 last year, it's $31.20 this year. The $780 discount.
So Oklahoma Today was how much? I'm sorry, 1560. 1560, sorry, I missed that. Last year.
And did we get a discount last year too? The same, 700 plus or whatever?
So ask me the question again here.
I'm sorry, did we get a big discount last year on the Oklahoma Today over 1560?
$1,040.
Was our discount last year.
So how much, we paid 1560?
Total,
We paid 400.
the total discounts last year was $5,340. The total discounts this year is $4,780 for a difference of those netted out of $71.20 for Oklahoma Today, all of it, versus $93.40 this year. Minus
So
the
it went up like
discounts for this year.
$2,500 for the total.
Yeah.
Okay.
$93.40 versus $71.20. Same sizes, same viewership on the online.
Do you think it's
This is
beneficial?
the travel guide.
Okay.
Let me show you. This is a half page. It's a design that we designed for them. This is one of their most popular magazines. These are free. They include the entire state. This is something that we've not advertised in before until last year. It was the first time that we'd had the funds to do that. Do I think it's beneficial? Yes. I know a lot of people grab these at the end of school year and look through them to find things to do in Oklahoma. You can want to look through it. I'm more than happy to. And outdoor guide is similar to Red Carpet Country. Smaller,
What's that a
but
picture of next to the four-wheeler?
somebody on crystals. Yeah, Salt Plains crystals.
Oh, okay, all right. It's not you, it's me.
Right.
Apparently this is.
It's me.
It looks like, I thought it was like
I didn't wear my glasses either, so I have mine on, but it's still,
But also
not
to
it.
do a half there, that's what you know. Yeah.
I would do it.
Do you care?
If
Do you think it's beneficial to do a full?
I don't know.
So if you were looking at that, like,
there's nothing.
the full page is
Yeah.
nice, but I don't know that it's any extra than the half that they've got, you know what I mean? Because I don't, you could probably back it down into half.
I would like to go ahead and recommend that we still put an Alva, picture of Alva somewhere.
Some Alva pictures, yeah.
I did last year.
In the,
It's a recommendation.
Well, like on the, I think she's saying like on the ad, because
On any of them,
this is
just
a
have
sand
any
dune,
lounge,
and
and
this
any
is
of them.
crystals, and, you know, like
Caverns.
caverns. Yeah, I was like, what is that? I should have brought my
That's
glasses.
got Boulder Drive, Bronze Menagerie.
Yeah, that one does,
Big
yeah.
car show. so-
Yeah, that's better,
Which, and if that one's their popular, I'm glad it's in that one
Yeah.
too.
so.
But I do think
Yeah.
at least get one in there.
So can Emma switch out those
And I did,
pictures?
send it to, I mean, I can send it to the committee, but I did send it to Terry and Melinda. So, I mean, we, honestly, any feedback is what we want, so,
Can we just have Emma switch out the pictures?
yeah, on,
I mean, like-
on that one, the
Well, like
travel-
this one has the local stuff in
Yeah.
it.
Right.
You'd rather have Alva
Yeah.
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 So, but what about
Just
for the,
only this area. I mean,
what
yeah,
about for the
yeah.
travel guide? Because that's the
That
one,
one.
that was our
I
ad
mean,
last year.
Yeah, that was
outdoor
our ad.
guide.
This is the one I remember seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
outdoor guide is the, I mean, is the only one I would think about keeping it like that because, just to advertise that we do have all of the hotels. I mean, that's what they have told me to do in the outdoor guide, and that's that one right there.
Yeah.
Well, and that makes sense to have the outdoor activities in this area in there.
It also makes sense if somebody's gonna request magazines, they will get all three, so why duplicate the same one?
That's
and
true,
two?
that's true. So, I mean, I'm up for doing that one right there in front of Terry, you know, for the red carpet
Well,
one.
Well, this one has state parks, and then it says Alva has vibrant arts district, museums, boutique shopping, dining, and lodging. But, I mean, you know, we have a wonderful country club, and, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, there's some other things that we
Yeah,
can
we
put.
can, yeah,
So,
any feedback,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
any
you know.
feedback.
Yeah, and this picture is just not a very good picture
switch
at all.
out the pictures.
Salt of the crystals, it's just not, I mean, I don't think it's kind of.
Could be better.
It
Yes,
could be better.
we could do
Thank you.
that.
Thank you.
So total from last year, the amount was
How much more?
44,000 last year, is that what we did? For the chamber and the advertising?
Last year's was 43,000 total.
43,000.
Yes, it was 9 and 9 and 25 for the tourism marketing.
So we're talking about $2,205 increase on this, and it's for the advertising.
Yes, it's all advertising.
Well, it's 1,500 staffing too.
I guess I should have given you side by side. I've got a copy of the 2023 right here, and this is the 2024. So I'll just show you.
Yeah.
These all remain the same.
Okay, these are all different. Yeah, those are the same.
This went down a little bit. Website. 500 for brochures.
Okay.
So everything stayed the same except for the
Yes,
staffing?
it's just the,
The staffing was 10.5 last year.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, and then the mileage and per diem went down, what they're asking for this year, by about $200.
actually, in this number, I went back and added that up to equal 25.
Yeah, okay, so there was a typo. Yeah.
I thought- So last year's was 1,080
Okay.
as well.
Okay, so, but we're talking
No
about
changes in that.
2,000
The only changes is the advertising piece.
$2,205 more for this year than last year.
But we can also
Now,
cut
if you
down
notice
this
right here,
extra
I have
half.
this total up here.
And that's the one I do.
Just
And
threw in
get some.
these numbers.
Which
That's
one?
this
You
one
don't
right
need to
here.
say
That's this one
something.
right here.
Which
The
one's
outlook.
Well, yeah, this was the red carpet though.
But cut it to half in the
Oh,
red
okay.
carpet.
To save some money.
Yeah, just some options.
And then
Yeah,
maybe switch out the
$1,000
pictures. That's,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
This is the one I saw. Yeah, I like
Would
that.
you like this one?
Yeah. And look, I mean, and I surely, you know, switching it up, you don't want the same thing in every one.
Yeah, and every year you
But-
want to change it.
Yeah, make it look different, so it's eye-catching for people when they look through it.
I just love lots of bright color.
Oh, yeah,
I
sure.
so too.
I do agree that if, in that one, if we can do half a page,
It
if we
saves
don't,
some money.
I mean, I think it'd save money and if it's beneficial without taking away from the appeal of it, I think.
And then do
That
you
would be-
still feel that red carpet country, because you're having a little bit of like, the board wasn't as good or the meetings weren't as good, so.
I
But you feel like that publication still,
Yeah, I think it's still good. I don't know if I'm gonna still be on it. I know there's somebody else in Woods County that would like to be, and if they wanna be, they can have it. So, I'm cool with that. I recommend just doing the half page, and, I mean, so we can save a little bit, and then,
I would keep our presence in it.
Yeah,
we don't want it, we can't lose the presence of
No.
it, so.
Part of that marketing expense of that fund is at $100, it's $250 conference registrations at the Red Carpet Country Conference, and a $300 annual membership fee in Red Carpet Country is also, and that didn't go up.
Okay.
And that's part of that discount, that 5% loyalty.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's important to,
Yeah.
and,
To be still in it.
and
Yes.
I
And to
mean,
go to
I
the
know
conferences.
that printing costs have gone up since
Oh,
last
yes,
year, you know,
yes.
so that's, I mean,
Paper, all of that.
paper and everything has
It
gone
gets
up.
crazy right now.
Yeah, so, Okay, any more discussion or questions?
So which did you decide?
Well, I think we have to have a motion before, okay, we know, so, we'll tell you just a second. So, okay, is there anyone who would like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to do
Red carpet country.
Red Carpet Country a half page and keep the other two publications as is from last year.
With the same chamber funding or
Yeah.
different?
Yes, with same chamber funding.
Which will be this 2045.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah. So the total on that, Sadie, it says right here, 44,305.
Wait, did you say 44,305?
Uh-huh, 44,305.
44,
Okay, that's,
at a cost of 44,305.
So,
is there a second?
I'll say.
Okay, we've moved and seconded.
Okay, Sadie,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Terry,
Aye.
and Melinda.
Yes.
so I have one question.
Okay.
I'll bring this back next month to sign, or are you comfortable signing it now and it's?
Or, yeah, whatever, what do you suggest we do?
We need to get it completed and correct before we sign it.
Okay. So like
Now, I don't know that we necessarily have to have another committee meeting to sign
You
it.
can sign it later and I can sign it later.
Yeah.
When the document's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, when we see the correct numbers in there, there's no
Next.
blanks or X's.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Or just bring it to Jody, or bring it to me and bring it to Mr. Ford and we can. sign
Yeah,
it.
just bring it to me and then I'll meet up with her and drop it off.
Yeah, it's fine.
So,
Okay.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
guys. Thank you.
Are there any reports from staff?
So I don't know if I'm staffed or not, but I do have something I want to bring up before
Sure.
we leave.
Well, yes.
I know sometime back, and I can't tell you when because I still don't know when I started this job. Somebody asked me to look into getting the Oklahoma Tax Commission to take our hotel taxes. I've got that in the works. It should be in place, I believe they said 1 October.
Okay,
And so letters should go out, I think they have a 30-day requirement, so letters should go out 1 August.
okay,
And so the OTC guys that I work with have all the letters and everything.
okay,
We just got to kind of take it and make it ours and send it to our hotels. And then they have all the paperwork and everything we need to send to the hotels to get that all done. And we'll wash our hands of it and let them
collect.
collect. And there's if I remember right, there's a 5% fee. But after talking to the guy, he believes that we will recover more in hotel taxes to cover that 5% fee based off what we're collecting now, which we're pretty sure we're missing some.
Basically, the honor
Yeah.
system is now.
Yeah, and so we think when it's not being on our system, you got OTC breathing down your neck and auditing
Yeah.
you, we will collect more than that 5% fee.
I think that's more than worth it.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I sort of want to bring that up, let you guys know I actually did something.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you
glad
for
about that.
staying on
I'm really
that.
glad about that.
Melinda,
So-
do you want to ask him what, about the application?
Oh, I have a question. So Jody and I were visiting and we were wondering if we would be able to change our application for the tourism grants to put just ask people to apply 90 days before their event so that we don't have people coming in that have an event next week or, tomorrow.
No,
I mean, we've had that before and it's not a big deal if it's somebody that has done it before and we kind of know, but I mean, we could well have somebody come in that has an event this weekend and they need some money and we feel like it needs to be thought out a little bit more. And so we were wondering about changing that application.
Yeah, I think that's up to you all as a body.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause
If you wanna
last
do
time it
that.
was updated was in
2013, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it
yeah.
needs
So
to be
if you want to do that, I think that's up to you as a body to do that.
Okay, so what we would do is make our changes and bring it to the committee next month and
I
have
think
them
so.
vote on the application?
Yeah.
And is everyone okay with doing that process?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So-
and one thing you have to work with, I know this isn't an open discussion, but I don't get to see you guys very much, is we're going to start revamping some of our code of ordinances.
Uh-huh.
And one that we actually do not have in our codes right now is food trucks or food vendors and collecting sales tax from those.
Great.
I know you guys don't worry about sales tax,
Right,
Right.
but those people are going to be part of your
Right.
events.
Events.
And so we're going to have to work with you guys to make sure that those people that are signing up to come to your events, understand, here's all the paperwork I gotta submit, here's the fees I gotta pay to City Hall, and so on and so forth. So we're gonna have to work together as a team to pay City Hall,
Yeah.
and you all to make sure that we're collecting that, 'cause I think I could miss that on a ton of sales tax.
Oh,
and
I
that's gonna
totally
tell you.
agree.
Yeah, food trucks are very popular right now.
Yeah, so we gotta get that in soon. I don't know if we'll get in by July, but I'm gonna try to.
Well,
So-
and restaurants have to pay sales tax, and they're basically a restaurant on wheels.
It's
They
not
so-
fair for,
No,
it's not fair for Terry's restaurant to have to pay tax.
No.
And
Right.
then,
and
you
then
know,
they get to come
don't.
in and leave as they want and
Right.
not have to pay
Yeah,
anything.
so I've got like 4 different examples from like Guthrie and Ardmore and a few other cities of
Okay.
what their ordinances look like. So we're gonna tell those to us and put that in place. And we're not trying to make any money off the permits, trying to make the money off the sales tax.
Yeah.
But,
No, and that's important to our area, so.
yeah.
So is it okay with the committee if I work with Jody on the application and then we'll just bring it back next time? So, okay.
And then can I ask a question?
Mhm.
So you know, you wanted the addresses of the people that have
Yes.
applied. Okay. In that letter, can we put in about the 90
Yeah,
days?
and I'm glad I didn't send them out yet, because that's gonna be an important
Okay.
note to put in there.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna send that out until you guys do your,
Yeah.
until you vote on what your
In
application looks like.
July.
And once that's official, then I'll put that in the letter.
Maybe we can put the updated, they can see the updated.
Yeah.
I could put that in as enclosure, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah. that'd be
Yeah.
good.
that would be a good idea.
great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I think we actually went to remarks and inquiries from committee members. Are there any other things? Okay. Do you have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
6:02. Perfect.